In match week 2, same story for Saunders. They didn't have luck on their side, and Super Sun with a solid 2-1 defeat. And for Serendib, meanwhile, it was a narrow 3-2 victory over New Star. And in game week 3, Serendib once again a dominant display, 3-0 over Murugas Mulla, and Saunders only able to hold bitter rivals Java Lane to a 1-1 draw. And now it comes down to game week 4. Can Serendib keep their undefeated streak going? They have a lot to thank to Asant Evans. 6 goals out of 3 games so far for the Serendib striker. And in goal as well, Mohammad Lutfi, the former defender goalkeeper for Defenders FC. 2 clean sheets out of 3 games. And with the likes of Isadine as well, Saunders defense have a very uphill task ahead of them. They're just moments away from kickoff. Both teams just going through their final huddles. As we can take a look at the team sheets now. For Saunders SC, led by Captain Indriva Udara, goalkeeper veteran Asanka Viraj, Nipuna Chintaka, Sanjuka Priyadarshan. Dilan De Silva, Dumindo Hettiarachi, Samira Piris, Sundaraj Niresh, Tarusa Rangana, Patum Gimhana and Mohammad Fauzan. And then if we take a look at the Serendib team sheet, led by Captain Riaz Mohammed, goalkeeper Mohammad Lutfi, Nishan Jivanta, Mohammad Rishnas, Mohammad Disadin and Asant Evans. As it's Saunders who kick us off. Saunders in their all yellow and Serendib all white. Saunders, as I said, yet to register their first win. And they look to go on the attack early on into the box. But out for a goal kick, but threatening start for Saunders. Making their intentions clear from the first kick of the ball. Yes, now Serendib. A rash challenge there by Saunders. First free kick coming in the first 30 seconds almost. Going Serendib's way, taken quickly. Serendib launching the ball high. But the forward not making his run, and rightfully so. Flag up for offside. Yes, now Saunders once again trying to break down the wing, but unable to keep the ball within the field of play, and it will be a throw-in to Serendib. And now Serendib. You can see the Serendib forward Asante Evans holding his side. Not sure if he's in some pain or what, but something to keep an eye on as the game progresses. As now Saunders once again putting an over the top ball, but a little Touch too heavy for the Saunders skipper Indriva Udara to get on the end of. But Saunders winning a throw-in and taken quickly. Udara going back to Nipuna Chintaka. Some good passing by Saunders, keeping hold of the ball, but not to be. And ball going out for a Serendib throw-in. Serendib trying to launch a ball over the top, but couldn't find a teammate. And now Saunders quick to get back possession, and now looking to launch an attack. Indriva Udara finding Chintaka. Chintaka going forward. Dylan De Silva. Some good work, and now Dylan. He has some options in the box, puts it in, but Mohammad Lutfi, a goalkeeper who has been in these situations many times, quick to come off his line and collect the ball calmly, not allowing the Saunders attackers, but Saunders quick to capitalize on some poor midfield play. That was number 11, Courtney Prince, on that occasion. A little too slow in his reactions, and Saunders capitalizing and winning themselves a free kick. It seems a little too far to go straight for goal, but a good ball into the box could be damaging. You have Samira Pereira standing over this. Will he look to find a teammate? He goes low. Danger now cleared. 1-on-1. And it's turned in, but the flag is up. Saunders really made a mess of that. It could have been an easy goal.
Teammate, he goes low. Danger now cleared. 1-on-1. Teammate, he goes low.
In a 1-on-1 situation, he had the simple task of blasting the ball past Mohammad Lutfi. But in the end, his shot weak and skewered wide. And it had to be tapped in by a player offside. And Serendib SC get away with a huge let off there. The scoreline remaining 0-0 in the 5th minute of the game, as now Serendib looking to put a quick response. It'll be a throw in to Serendib. High up the field. Hops to goes to Riaz Mohammed. Touch too heavy, but Riaz Mohammed putting a ball into the box. Evan Asante. It went all the way back to Mohammed Rinas, who took a curling attempt at goal, but well wide of the target. And now Saunders once again. Attackers go back and forth, and a good 1-2 pass. But a horrendous finish at the end of that. Once again, Serendib.
Attackers go back and forth, and a good. Attackers go back.
Getting into that final third, but once they get there, they've seemed clueless what to do with the ball. And that's the second time Serendib have gotten away with one. And it'll be a goal kick. Saunders need to start capitalizing on these chances, or else Serendib will come back to haunt them. And once again, a good cross into the box. But Patum Gimhana
will come back to haunt them. Will come back to haunt them.
Goal bound well over the crossbar. And Mohammad Lutfi will welcome those types of attempts all day long. I think Saunders have done a good job. They've been attacking from kickoff itself, and that has kind of put the leaders Serendib on the back foot a little. They can't let Saunders get too comfortable in attack, as Asanka Viraj coming well off his line to clear the ball. So now pass just a touch too heavy, allowing Serendib to get back possession. Quick pass, Mohammad Rinas now weighing his options and going for the long ball. A good long ball by Mohammad Rinas on that occasion, but the forward unable to stay on his feet, and the attack fizzles out for a Saunders throw-in. That was a good looking over the top through ball by Mohammad Rinas, but not to be, as now Riaz Mohammad, his pass well intercepted by the Saunders midfielder, and a good turn by Dylan De Silva. Dylan still in possession, he has options. And Lutfi making a hash. Didn't read it properly, but in the end, a lunging effort at the expense of a corner. And it will be Sundaraj Niresh to take the first corner set piece opportunity of this game. Coming Saunders' way. At least 4 Saunders players inside the box. Comes low. Over the crossbar. And out for a goal kick. Nishan Jivanta going back to his centre back partner, Offrey George. George's long ball attempt intercepted by Saunders, but won back by Riaz Mohammad. Throwing going Saunders' way. Taken too quickly. Referee was still advising the 2 players. And now Saunders intercepted fairly, and ball position really going back and forth here at the Sukatadasa Stadium. Kept in the field of play, and now Evante Asans. Asante Evans still holding his side in some discomfort. He seems to be moving okay, however, fortunately for the Serendib fans. But clearly in offside position on that occasion, Asante Evans made his run much too early, and the pass coming much too late. It has really been all Saunders who have dominated the attacking chances. Serendib yet to have a clear-cut chance on goal. Something that Asante Evans and Serendib will look to change quickly. As the ball rolls out for a Serendib throw-in. Throw-in taken. Serendib, shot on goal. Unable to keep it on target. The ball kept rising and well over the cross by Indian. Shot taken on the go. And Indian not bothering the veteran Asanka Viraj. And now Saunders once again. The long ball almost working, but Dylan De Silva putting it in. And the Saunders have opened the scoring. Way the game was going. And the Serendib defense split wide open, courtesy of Dylan De Silva, who put in a beautiful pass. And the scoreline reads Saunders SC 1, Serendib 0 in the 15th minute of the game. The team that is undefeated so far in the Champions League find themselves a goal behind in the opening 15 minutes. Sundaraj Niresh opening the scoring for Saunders SC. Saunders coming into this game seeking their first victory. And could this be the start of just that? But plenty of time for Serendib to respond. As you see, a late challenge by Nipuna Chintaka. Fouling Riaz Ahmed on that occasion. Ball put in. Mohammad Rinas a little too slow. Indian out for a Saunders throw-in. Now Rangana makes the pass. Options inside the box. Nipuna Chintaka over the top ball, finds a teammate. But flag up for offside. Saunders one goal up, but on target to try and double their advantage. It was Sundaraj Niresh once again, who just found himself offside on that occasion. But the Serendib defense need to wake up a little bit. They are allowing Saunders too much space and allowing the Saunders attack to get a little too comfortable in and around their box. Now once again Saunders easily making these passes, but on that occasion a little too slow. Not enough power in that pass, and Serendib able to win the ball back, and now trying to launch an attack of their own. Asante Evans still holding his side as he makes a run, puts it in. Vital interception by the Saunders player Dumidu Hettiarachi on that occasion, but throw-in taken quickly. And now Saunders once again. Danger still there. Very weak by number 11 Prince. Asanka Viraj had all the time in the world to watch and collect that ball. Asante Evans holding his side as he makes these runs, but still able to put in a good ball there, barring the vital interception of Domindo Hettiarachchi on that occasion. But Serendib back in possession now. George weighing his options. And foul against Mohammad Rinas by skipper Indri Udara. Referee wanting to have a word. Keeping his cards in his pockets for now. Maybe a final warning. It's referee Mohammad Jafran. Young but well experienced is referee Jafran. Yes, he probably giving Indri Udara a final warning. As now Serendib breaking into the box. Asanka Viraj. Asanka Viraj made a vital save, but the danger was as you take a look at the replay. On the rebound, got a touch but couldn't guide it goal bound, and it went painfully wide of the target for Serendib. And in the end, Asanka Viraj standing tall. But Serendib so far in this game haven't come as close as they did then. They need more of that. As now once again Saunders looking to double the advantage. A 1-2 pass. And the flag stays down. And after a very close chance at one end, Serendib had the chance to equalize. They missed the opportunity, and Saunders have made them pay by immediately doubling their lead at the other end. And the scoreline is now Serendib 0, Saunders 2. And things going from bad to worse for Serendib. The leaders coming into this game of the Champions League table find themselves 2 goals behind in the 20th minute. And that looked to be, if I'm not mistaken, Sundaraj Niresh on the double for Saunders. As we see Asanka Viraj, the veteran custodian for Saunders, coming well off his line. He's still got it, has Asanka Viraj. He has been playing for many, many years now, and he hasn't lost a beat. Not too sure what has gone wrong for Serendib. Saunders started off this game very attackingly, and maybe that put Serendib on the back foot a little bit. But over 20 minutes have gone by now. Serendib need to wake up to the task. They find themselves 2 goals behind. Mohammad Lutfi coming into this game had 2 clean sheets out of 3 games, but 20 minutes into this game he finds himself having conceded 2 goals. And Saunders, who have head coach Imran Mohammed leading them, the former renowned head coach, clearly has got his tactics right coming to this game. And Mohammad Murshid, very experienced head coach himself, needs to reassess what has gone wrong. As Saunders heading it away temporarily. Mohammad Rinas taking that throw in. Rinas once again. A wayward pass. Finding Prince, But Princess pass straight to Saunders SC now. And now Saunders looking to launch another attack. And a great 1-2 pass. Sundaraj Niresh. Sundaraj Niresh with that good 1-2 quick pass. And then in the end, the cross into the box. He didn't have support. And Mohammad Lutfi quick to get on the end of it as now Serendib, Asante Evans, one-on-one situation. And Raj doing absolutely brilliantly. But I think the flag was up for offside. But he didn't know that when he made the save. So Kaviraj, such a veteran of the Sri Lankan football game, still showing fans what he's made of. It'll be a throw into Saunders. Quite high up the field. Tussles between the two number 4s, Nipuna Chintaka and Mohammad Rinas. And Rinas, the winner on that occasion, winning the foul for Serendib. Taking the free kick quickly. And now Rinas finding Riaz Ahmed. Riaz Ahmed putting a ball over the top. Asanka Viraj yet again too good, coming off his line and punching the ball away. But now George quickly collecting and keeping possession with Serendib. But a poor pass. Sees Sundaraj Niresh winning the ball back only temporarily. Mohammad Rinas coming back and getting it back for Serendib. Asante Evans still clutching his side. As Saunders now fairly bundled over, says the referee. And now Serendib. Saunders players were waiting for a foul to come. That didn't come. And unfortunately for Serendib, cannot find a teammate. Referee wanting to have a word with the Saunders player. As referee giving a small water break for the two sides. Sunny conditions here at the Sukaradas Stadium in Colombo. Approaching the half an hour mark, Saunders stunningly leading the leader Serendib 2-0 currently. And Serendib yet to really have a proper shot on goal as of yet. Something maybe head coach Murshid will be trying to talk to his players about during this small water break. Both head coaches Murshid and Imran using this as opportunity to give a quick team talk to their players. A chance right into the corner. Both George and Lutfi maybe could have and should have done better, but it was Sundaraj Niresh on the double, and it's Saunders 2, Serendib 0, as referee Jafran readying to resume play after that short water break. You can see Imran still passionately giving tactics and instructions to his players. Saunders, could they be on their way to register their first victory in this 2022 Champions League tournament? As play kicks off. Poor pass by Vijay Kumar Vignesh into no man's land, and the veteran Asanka Viraj taking his time in collecting the ball. Nice. Strong defending, sees it out for a Saunders throw-in. Once again, poor challenge by skipper Indri Budara. He had a talking to from referee Jafran last time, but still cards staying in the pocket. Free kick to be taken by Rinas. But now Riaz Mohammed. Good defending by Samira Pereira. Out for a Serendib throw-in. The throw-in not going to the most ideal of places. But no, Rinas tried his best but couldn't keep it, but does well to win it back for Serendib. Mohammed Rinas, almost a one-man defensive army for Serendib. He has been the man to win the ball back for Serendib on many occasions in this opening 30 minutes. But chance out for another goal kick. Serendib still seeking their first proper shot on target. So Sanka Viraj heaves the ball downfield. Serendib tried but couldn't. And now Saunders. Could this be goal number 3? It is! Once again, Sundaraj Nire splitting the Serendib defense wide open. And Serendib undefeated, and they've been having the shock of their lives. Saunders becoming the Saunders of the good old days. 3-0 in the opening 30 minutes. And the Saunders fans in the Sukatadasa Stadium are going absolutely wild. Mohammed Lutfi, 2 clean sheets in 3 games before this, and now has conceded 3 goals in 30 minutes in game number 4. And Saunders 3, Serendib 0. And could there be more goals? As Serendib desperately chasing for their first goal. Their golden boot player Asant Evans has really been missing from the action in this opening 30 minutes. It's very unclear if it's because of the seeming injury that he seems to be holding. but he has really been absent from the action so far. He needs to try and get Serendib back into this game. Already 3 goals behind. A mountain to climb. Plenty of time though. But as the man himself, Hassan Evans, standing over this free kick. A long way back. Can he find a teammate inside the box with a good free kick? Chipped over, but in no man's land. Straight into the area full of Saunders defenders. And now Sundaraj Niresh once again, but this time straight at Mohammad Rinas, and Lutfi almost messing that up. Fortunately, no Saunders players there to capitalize, and Lutfi getting a second crack at it. I think the goals have put a little bit of pressure on Mohammad Lutfi. So the Serendib defense have been feeling the pressure. And once again, Samir Pereira. Now captain Indri Udara taking the shot from range. Mohammad Lutfi this time standing tall and collecting. And quick to release it, but no Serendib players. Mohammad Isadeen all on his loan. That play not working out. Throwing going to Serendib. Isadeen unable to keep hold of the ball. And Saunders, Sundaraj Niresh. It's unnecessary coming together, says referee. You see, very unnecessary there by Ofori George. The frustration getting to these players, as you can see, shoving the skipper down, but cards sitting in the pockets, as you see. Early substitution, and it's Anton Madhushankar coming off, and in his place number 3 Nasrullah Amir Ali. A defensive substitution for Serendib. Sanka Viraj forced to come off his box. Saunders have really gotten under the skin of the Serendib players. It's clear to see. But the Serendib players need to keep themselves disciplined. They can't let the frustration get to them. They're already 3 goals down. They can't afford to go a man down as well. There is still plenty of time, but they need to start sooner rather than later. But what a game this is turning out to be for Saunders. The Saunders fans will be over the moon with this display. Coming into this game in search of their first victory, and 3 goals in the first 30 minutes. As now once again Indri Udara, he tried to find Dylan De Silva, I beg your pardon, but not enough power and too many defenders in the way, as the Serendib defense living a little vicariously there. Let's see Riaz Ahmed failing to keep hold of the ball, and it will be a throw-in to Saunders. Approaching the final 10 minutes of regulation time of the first half. Now Saunders once again in possession. High up the field now. Saunders, they seem too good for the Serendib defense. Now Indri Udara. Saunders playing it smart. Now Nipuna Chintaka. Dilan De Silva. Breaking in. Indri Udara. Oh, just wide, just above the crossbar. But beautiful bit of football by Saunders. And just over the crossbar, inches over really. And Serendib very lucky to get away with that one. That was beautiful football by Saunders. Some quick passing. And in the end, Indri Udara with a powerful shot on goal. But just couldn't keep it below the crossbar. And the scoreline remains 3-0 to Saunders. And now Serendib. Riaz losing out there. And now Saunders once again. Lutfi coming all the way. But this time Mohammad Lutfi making the difference. Well off his box. Had to make sure he didn't handle the ball. And he seemed to do his job there. And clear the danger. If he had got that wrong, that could have gone from bad to worse for Serendib. But now Saunders. Patum Gimhana unable to keep that on target. As you take a look at the replay, Patum Gimhana going for a finish shot, but well wide of the target on that occasion. But Saunders almost making it 4-0. The Serendib defense need to wake up. They've had 3 goals go past them. They can't afford to let in many more. But they still keep getting split wide open as Dilan. Lutfi opting not to collect. And now Serendib restarting from the back. Long ball, but Serendib, Vignesh. And now Nishan Jivanta finding Asante Evans, who is still holding his side. Seems to be playing okay, even though he seems to... It's very unclear if he's injured or not. But throw in now to Serendib. It will be the substitute, Amir Ali. A long throw in, but headed away temporarily by Saunders. Ali once again. Not sure who he was trying to find there. Straight out for a goal kick. You can see the passion of Mohammad Imran. His team 3 goals up, yet he's still shouting, making his voice heard, and getting in trouble almost with the referee there. That's Mohammad Imran for you. As now Saunders once again. Indri Udara, touch too heavy with that pass, straight to Lutfi. As the Serendib player has gone down and stayed down. Seems to be Quatri Prince. A knock to the head. You can see Asante Evans signaling that he was elbowed. Play will resume now with Serendib in possession. In the final 5 minutes of regulation time in the opening half. Can Serendib try and pull a goal back before the half-time break? That would do them a world of good. Because currently all the momentum is with the boys in yellow. The hometown team. Serendib somehow keeping hold of possession, but cleared away on that occasion. But George now. Prince finding Jivanta. Jivanta with the long ball. But the long ball finding no one but the veteran goalkeeper Asanka Viraj, who takes his time to collect the ball. Asanka Viraj, he knows all the tricks in the book. Not quite sure what Courtry Prince was thinking there. From almost at the halfway line, booted the ball out for a corner kick towards his own side. Maybe should have opted to just boot it away for a throw-in instead, but a corner set piece, as the fourth official shows a minimum of 3 minutes of added time to end the first half. As once again, poor clearance by Serendib. Danger still with Saunders. Dylan not making any contact, knowing he was in offside position. And foul eventually coming, but going in Serendib's favour. As now Evans finding a teammate and winning a free kick slightly high up the field. Amir Ali, Serendib, if they are to try and pull a goal back before the end of the first half, they are running out of time. Good interception there, but player goes down. Referee didn't really see it. As now Asante Evans. Good 1-2 pass, but a crucial interception from Riaz Mohammed's pass. And Riaz Mohammed lunging in with a challenge, and it looks like that is what brings the first yellow card of this game. And the first booking coming to the Serendib skipper, Riaz Mohammed. Saunders player has stayed down in some discomfort. Yeah, into the minimum 3 minutes of added time. And Saunders will now resume play with a free kick. Almost at the half-time break now. I think head coach Mohammad Murshid will have a huge talking to with his players. They need to have a whole overhaul of tactics, as Lutfi completely missed it. But very lucky that there was no Saunders attacker there to capitalize. It has not been his day, Mohammad Lutfi. I think his confidence has been rattled a little bit with the 3 goals that he had to pick from the back of his net. But he missed it completely. And now Isadine chasing the ball. But the Saunders defense holding strong and doing well. And that will be half time here in the first game of game week 4 at the Sukata Dasa Stadium. Saunders SC leading Serendib 3-0. Serendib coming into this game undefeated, leading the table, but it has been a topsy-turvy performance from them, and Saunders attacking from the word go lead 3-0. And we'll take a look at some of the highlights. The opening goal, Sundaraj Niresh, too good for Mohammed Lutfi, and that is what started the downfall in the first half. Saunders were attacking from the beginning, and then the second goal, really they should have done much better than that. I think Lutfi was expecting George to do something there, but nothing happened. And then the third goal came to Patum Gimhana, who made it 3-0 to Saunders. And that will be all for the first half. Stay tuned to Football Sri Lanka TV and join us in 15 minutes when we come to you with live action of the second half. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Joining us on live on Football Sri Lanka TV. We are moments away from kickoff of the second half of game week 4, match between Saunders and Serendib. Serendib coming into this game undefeated, top of the table of the Champions League 2022. But as you rightfully see on your screens, Saunders, a very dominant performance in the first half, 3-0. They started the game in very attacking fashion and did not relent for even a moment, and the Serendib defense kept cracking time and time again, and it was Sundaraj Niresh on the double before Patum Gimhan added the third. But I still sense a lot more goals remaining in this game. It's just to see from which side. It'll be interesting to see how the halftime team talk went for Serendib. What could Murshid have done to motivate his players for a better performance? The scores in other games in the Champions League. Meanwhile, at the halftime break, New Star and St. Mary's in a deadlock 0-0 draw. Nigamba Youth leading Crystal Palace 2-1, and Matara supposedly leading Murugas Mulla 2-1 as well. And here in the Sukradasa Stadium in Colombo, Saunders leading Serendib 3-0. Serendib will need a whole new game plan. They can't play the way they did in that first half. And we see now Rinas. George going back to Jivanta. Jivanta tried to opt for a long ball but went back to George. George to Rinas. Quick 1-2 pass. And now Serendib Asante. Asante tried to link up with Isadine, but not the best of passes. He made Isadine's task too much difficult than it needed to be. And in the end, chance gone begging for Serendib. And now Saunders launched a long cross into the box, but straight into the welcoming arms of Mohammad Lutfi. And you can see Asante, I think the frustration get the better of him on that occasion. That's now Jivanta. He's looking to link up with Vijay Kumar Vignesh. He does so successfully, but the great sliding tackle of Mohammad Fauzan intervening. And now Vignesh. Asante. He does well. Can he get on the end of that? Solid defending, however, by the Saunders backline. Not allowing Asante to get on the end of that. Doing well. Holding strong is the Saunders defense. As Rinas taking the throw in. Will he look to find a cross? Puts one in. Isadine, he was appealing for a handball without trying to get on the end of that. But appeals ignored completely by the referee, who had a good view of it, and offside is Sundaraj Niresh. Fans not best pleased with the decision there, but play resumes. Referee had a very good view of it in the box, as you see frustration getting onto both players now. The Saunders players need to keep their discipline. They're leading 3 goals to nil. They can't make the challenge that much easier for Serendib by getting one of them sent off. And yellow card for the double goal scorer Sundaraj Niresh. He needs to keep his cool, need to keep his discipline. They are 3 goals up. They can't let it slip now, just by letting the frustration get to them. They don't have to be frustrated. They're leading 3 goals to nil. As Serendib, Asanka Viraj, who not for the first time in his very long career, is donning a cap on the field. He's known to do that on some sunny days, and we see him yet again with his traditional red cap on the field. It's always interesting to see when the goalkeepers choose to accessorize to battle against the Saunders. Now Saunders, a good through ball. The defender could do nothing about it. As now he gets past another one, keeps it inside the field of play. Or not successfully. As flag raised, the linesman saw it go out of play. And then Lutfi taking it short this time. Now Rinas linking up with Vignesh. Vignesh found Asante. Saunders were unable to keep hold of the interception. Asante now straight to Asanka Viraj. Asanka Viraj, calm and collected. But now Sundaraj Niresh, Samir Pereira, back to Sundaraj. Sundaraj unable to keep hold of it. He's touched too heavy, and now Jivanta hawks it downfield. Vignesh, Asante, offside. And it seemed that even Riaz Ahmad was offside himself, as he was a player who got a touch on it, and the flag had gone up. But good chance for Serendib, but they need to keep themselves onside. Yes, now once again, and once again clearly offside, Mohammad Isadine on that occasion. Serendib now, Amir Ali, straight to Samir, and now Saunders, Sundaraj Niresh. You can hear the fans cheering them on. Samir Pereira now. Brilliant work by Mohammad Fauzan. Couldn't keep it, but did well. And Saunders putting a ton of pressure. Putting a ton of pressure on the Serendib defense. The Serendib defense need to stay strong. But now Sundaraj Niresh. Don't think George did anything wrong on that occasion. He put himself between the ball and Niresh and stayed strong. Just a block. And the referee had a very good view of it, did referee Jaffran. But play resumes and free kick going Serendib's way. Foul against George. Now Rinas. Asanka Viraj came off his line. Almost his first mistake of the day. Asanka Viraj. He's playing with the sun in his eyes. But well off his line. But in the end, no harm done. As Saunders player Patum Gimhana goes down. Wins his side. A free kick coming together with Nishan Jivanta on that occasion. And Jivanta quick to check up on the player. Be a free kick to Saunders. We are approaching the hour mark in this game. Serendib really yet to have a proper shot on target. As now Indri Udara puts in a good ball but cleared away by the Serendib defense. And now Serendib, Asant Evans still clutching his side whenever he makes a run. He has been doing that since kickoff. Still not quite sure the story behind that, as now a long ball finds Asante putting a long ball of his own, but solid defending by the Saunders last defender, doing his job. As now Rinas under heavy pressure by Patum Gimhana, and now Gimhana did well. Won the ball back, but referee blowing the whistle. Off the ball coming together, it would seem, between George and Patum Gimhana. Very mismatched physically, size-wise, but play resumes with Saunders. And Samira Pereira's ball straight through to Mohammad Lutfi. And it will be a free kick to Serendib. If they can whip in a good ball here into the box, it will be the captain himself, Riaz Mohammed, coming to take this free kick. They have the tall frame of Ofori George and the likes of Asante Evans and Quatri Prince. Referee just having a word with the players. Doesn't want anything untowards happening under his watch. Yes, Mohammed being made to wait before he can take this free kick. Serendib running out of time. They need at least 3 goals if they're going to keep their undefeated streak alive. That's the free kick. Not fruitful at all for Serendib. The player Amir Ali coming forward and getting the ball back. And he said he knew he was well offside. He avoided touching it, but the flag went offside regardless. Niresh winning a free kick. Doing well, keeping himself between the ball and the defender. And when that contact came, winning a free kick as the shot from range comfortably collected by Lutfi on that occasion. And now Serendib, Rinas looking at his options, finding Asante, but Asante dispossessed beautifully by Fauzan. And Asante, not happy, came back to try and reclaim the ball. He did sufficiently, but not for long, as now Saunders once again. The end of all that, throw in to Serendib. Saunders absolutely relentless with their pressure, not letting the Serendib defense get too comfortable at any moment. As once again Gimhana, Rangana putting the long ball, trying to link up with skipper Indri Udara. Amir Ali. And in the end, Prince winning a free kick for Serendib. Referee having a strong talking to Dumindu Hettiarachi. It will be a throw in, and Amir Ali set to take a long one. And in the end, foul given away inside the box by Serendib, and free kick gives Saunders the space to breathe. Past the hour mark now. Serendib really run him here in game week 4 of the Champions League 2022. Patum Gimhana putting a lot of pressure, but on that occasion the Serendib defense doing their task. Nishan Jivant on that occasion, and Jivant launching a long ball forward, linking up with Vignesh, and now Asante, he has options, he didn't put the ball. He should have released it much sooner. He had a player making a run into the box. A true ball would have seen him on his way, but he held it for a few seconds too long. And then the chance went begging, but Serendib still in possession. Intercepted, and now Patum Gimhana. Samira. And a quick 1-2 play between Indrivu Udara and Sundaraj Niresh, but Mohammad Lutfi coming out of his box to clear it away at the expense of a throw-in. It seems whatever tactics that Serendib and Murshid conjured up in the halftime team talk, they have not come to be. Serendib's defending has been almost too good for the Serendib attack, the attack which has been almost absent. We really haven't seen Asante putting Asanka Viraj or much of the Saunders back line under any pressure. As we see Saunders player going down with a case of cramps, it would seem. Jafran asking him to get up and get on with it. Fauzan unable to get on the end of that. And now Isadine chasing it down. And that's not a good sign. The Saunders defender went down clutching his hamstring. The same player, I think, who went down with a case of the cramps. Maybe it was more serious then, but he tried to keep going, and in his run he just collapsed, holding the back of his leg, and that's never good to see. That was number 8, Dumidu Hettiarache. Indeed, he's clutching his hamstring. Referee Jafran very unsympathetically asking him to please leave the field. I think Saunders indeed readying a substitution. Indeed, it does seem to be a clear hamstring injury. Player seems to want to get back on the field, but I don't think that's the best of ideas. Hettiarache, a key player for Saunders, and the fans and teammates alike will be hoping that the injury doesn't sideline him for too long, as now Serendib have a man advantage temporarily. Need to try and capitalize on the numbers advantage quickly before the substitution takes place and brings it back to level terms. Sanka Viraj booting the ball downfield. Raj Niresh tried to link up with his captain, couldn't on that occasion, and foul given away quite cheaply in a dangerous area. And as the substitution gets ready, Serendib indeed failed to make use of that numbers advantage, as it seems Isuru Pereira coming on in place of the injured Dumidu Hettiarache. As a free kick now. Saunders seemingly not committing too many men forward for this free kick. Really, however, slowly few players getting into the box as the free kick well over the target, not troubling the goalkeeper in any shape or form. As Lutfi taking the goal kick short. Lutfi gave it straight to Patum Gimhana, but strong defending. So Serendib win the ball back, but couldn't link up with the teammate to keep hold of possession, and throw in goes Saunders' way. Fauzan. Sundaraj Niresh wins the free kick and in a dangerous position. A much better position to go straight for goal for Saunders on this occasion. And it looks like Sundaraj Niresh himself stepping up after a word from his skipper Indriya Udara. It does seem like it will be Niresh himself. The man who won the free kick backs himself to take it. Dylan De Silva running straight over. And Lutfi, I said after he conceded 3 goals, he seemed to have lost his confidence. He was rattled, and in a very Loris Karius-esque moment, Mohamed Lutfi got hold of the ball and let it slip right through, and that is the hat-trick for Sundaraj Niresh. As we take a look at the replay, there was absolutely no doubt that it was going to be Sundaraj Niresh, and Mohamed Lutfi knows he should have done better. A player of his skill would back himself 10 times out of 10 to make those saves, but on this day it is not his day, and after making 2 clean sheets in 3 games, he has given away 4 goals in 1 game, and 2, it has to be said, clear-cut mistakes from his end. But this is just 1 game in a long tournament. Lutfi and the Serendib defense can't let this result get to them. They need to pick themselves back up, dust off the cobwebs, and learn their lessons from the errors that they made today and come back stronger in the next game. They are top of the table coming into this game, and this result won't negatively impact them too much. It's 1 loss, but they can't let this loss turn into a series of losses. That's the important thing. As Saunders, they don't seem set with just 4 goals, less than 20 minutes remaining in this game. And Saunders, I think they smell blood. They sense the opportunity for more goals. And Saunders hunting for more goals. They sense it, they want it. It has been a brilliant all-round performance by Saunders, both attacking and defensively, but error on that occasion. Asante unable to capitalize, as Vignesh finding Isadine putting in the cross. And Vignesh unable to get on the end of that cross by Isadine. All he needed was to get a foot of it, and he could have guided it into the back of the net. Completely missed it, did Vijay Kumar Vignesh. But Saunders find themselves 4-0 up against the table topper Serendib. That's now once again Saunders looking for their 5th. Sundaraj Niresh, and a very good challenge. He had to get that spot on inside the box. That could have been a penalty, but a picture perfect sliding tackle there by the Serendib defender. Riaz Ahmed that was, and now Riaz Ahmed once again. This well keeps hold of possession, but cannot keep hold of possession fairly against Indri Udara, giving away a free kick. As we see, take another look at the 4 goals. Better there, as should have George. It has to be said, it wasn't completely Lutfi's fault before the 3rd goal by Patum Gimhana. And then the 4th goal just moments ago, a great free kick, but another costly error at the back for Serendib. But as I said, this is one game in a big tournament, and Serendib can't let this result get to them. As in any league tournament, they have to get themselves back up and put this in the rearview mirror sooner rather than later and come back stronger. A lot of lessons to be learned from this for Serendib. Asante has been very much absent attacking wise, as now crucial intervention by Jivanta. Jivanta linking up with captain Riaz Mohammed. And then booted downfield. Mohammed Isadeen, he's onside. Oh, Asanka Viraj. It was one veteran against the other. Mohammed Isadeen against Asanka Viraj. How many times over the years have we seen that one-on-one battle? And it was Asanka Viraj victorious on that occasion. Isadeen didn't have the pace. He was under pressure from Samira Pereira. And with that pressure, he couldn't get a proper shot away. And Asanka Viraj came and got a hand to it and took it away from Isadeen. And Serendib still chasing their first goal of the game. There's now Indri Udara launching a ball over the top. He finds teammate Dilan De Silva. Dilan De Silva cutting in. Indri Udara from distance. Couldn't get any shot. Power behind that shot and well wide of the target in the end. Once again, poor bit of defending by Serendib, but good work on that occasion by George, intercepting crucially, or else that could have been goal number 5. Saunders. Play resumes. Isadeen coming all the way back as Asante still clutching his back, making the run. And there you go. Asante. It's still very unclear if he's injured or not. He's been clutching his back since kickoff. But injured or not, his performance when given the chance hasn't gone down. He coolly, calmly slots it past Asanka Viraj and cuts the deficit to 3 goals. Maybe a little too late for Serendib, but positives to take forward as the goal line now reads Saunders 4, Serendib 1, as Saunders readying a substitution. Looks like it'll be number 24, Lakshant Dinara. Coming on, and he is coming on for the hat-trick hero. Sundaraj Niresh has done absolutely brilliantly for Saunders today. But 12 minutes plus added time remaining. Could there be a time for a dramatic comeback for Serendib? We've seen crazier things in the game of football. The momentum could have swayed slightly with that goal. Serendib need to keep the pressure on. Game week number 4. Plenty of matches to go for both teams. Saunders will need to take this momentum going forward into the other games. Serendib need to make sure they learn their lessons and correct all their mistakes going into their following games. Saunders unable to do well and out for a goal kick. We are approaching the final 10 minutes of the regulation 90. Rinas. Serendib. Rinas doing well. Riaz Ahmad almost losing out, but winning his side. A free kick. Asante taking it short. G Wanta finding Prince. Prince, a good ball. And a clear handball. Only a yellow card against Nipuna Chintaka. That was a clear handball infringement. I think some of the Serendib players will be appealing why it was only a yellow. Maybe not a clear goal scoring opportunity. But a free kick. And you have Captain Riaz Mohammed standing over it along with Quartry Prince. Prince, however, leaving it for his captain, Riaz Mohammed. Seems like Prince and Mohammed have some sort of tactic here. Prince saying he's standing in front of the wall, not infringing the wall. And he would be right. What can Riaz Mohammed do? Will he go straight for goal? Riaz Mohammed, he chips it into the box. But good defending. Danger cleared temporarily. Rinas straight into a defender. And Amir Ali well offside. As you take a look at that handball infringement, a very clear intentional handball. Maybe the only reason it was a yellow was because it wasn't stopping a clear goal opportunity. As the ball goes out for a throw-in to Serendib, taken quickly. And Saunders almost adding the 5th goal. The Serendib defense still haven't learned their lessons, it would seem. Giving away costly errors, throwing away possession in dangerous areas. And they almost gifted Saunders with the 5th goal. But the player couldn't keep it on target, just wide of the post. As now Vignesh. Vignesh looked for a teammate, couldn't find one. But he has found the captain Riaz Mohammed. And Riaz Mohammed's cross going into no man's land. Too heavy as the Saunders player went down and has stayed down and seems to be in some kind of pain. That's Samir Pereira, but quick to get back on his feet. Referee saying he has to go off the field since the medical team had already come on for him. As you take a look at what happened there, that was the moment. I think that slight clash of legs, nothing intentional from either side, of course. It's the physical game of football. As Saunders, good work by George to win the ball back as Asante Evans finds Vignesh. But brilliant tussle between Vignesh and Fauzan. And then a no-nonsense clearance by Lakshanta Dinara. Throw in taken by Rinas. Asante goes down. Referee asks him to stand back up. Could be another throw in. Rinas takes it quickly. Vignesh can't withstand the pressure of the Saunders defense. But throw in after throw in for Serendib. George. Jivanta. And now Saunders once again doing well to win back possession. But crucial block by Ofori George. And now Rinas finds Asante. Asante goes from range, but Asanka Viraj making no mistake, collecting and keeping hold of the ball. Not enough power behind that shot by Asante Evans to trouble the likes of Asanka Viraj. As now Saunders, he did well, but Amir Ali quick to clear it away to his goalkeeper, and Lutfi clearing it downfield. Battle of headers. It's now Vignesh puts over the top ball. Asante Evans clutching his side as he runs after it, and it will be a throw-in taken by Evans. Now Rinas going to Prince going to Asante, has options. It will be a free kick, another handball infringement against Saunders. Asante curves it in, but crucial defending by Saunders. But almost making a mistake there, and it will be a corner. It was number 4, I beg about number 8 of the captain himself, Riaz Mohammed, with that shot from the edge of the box. As you take a look at the replay, Riaz Mohammed, he was gifted with the ball and took it on the go. But a crucial intervention saw it go out for a corner, but Serendib unable to capitalize on the set piece opportunity. And now Saunders, the momentum has kind of shifted to Serendib a little, but a little too late, as now Saunders looking for the 5th. Gets past the defenders. Lutfi came, couldn't stay, and cleared away by Quatri Prince. Lutfi lucky that no Saunders players could capitalize. And Prince, the first to react, did well to clear it away. And now Serendib throwing going their way. We are approaching the final minute of the regulation 90 as Asante unable to link up with his teammate. See referee blowing the whistle, and yellow card shown to Mohammad Imran. As I said earlier, Saunders leading 4-1, yet Imran still passionate and loud as ever. Saunders will take a lot of momentum from this huge victory going forward in the tournament. Serendib meanwhile have a lot to learn from this game. You will need to do so. Maybe watch the game back, assess the errors they made, and in practice run it back. As long as they don't let it, this game shouldn't hamper their tournament run too much if they can turn it around once again in game week 5. See Indri Udara to take this corner for Saunders. We are into added time. Asante winning Serendib a free kick. Seems another handball infringement. Serendib looking to cut the deficit in half before the end of the game to take a few more positives from it. Cross into the box. Asante Evans alone. Still in possession. Still with the chance, but Asante Evans wins a corner kick. Goes down, but no complaining from Asante or the rest of his team. Good defending by Sanjuka Priyadarshana as the corner headed off the line by Indriya Udara. Captain doing his job at the back. That header seemed to be destined for the back of the net, but Indri Udara quick to rise up and head it away off the line as the ball going all the way back to Lutfi now. Serendib running out of time. It's now Asante Evans. Riaz Mohammed. And wasted opportunity. Throw in going back to Saunders now. Jivanta finding Evans. Evans found Riaz, but Riaz unable to keep hold of the ball. Good work there by Samira Pereira. And now Indri Udara. The ball may be too heavy, but no, it's still in play. Saunders, Lutfi, and that's cleared off the line. Appeals for a goal, and a goal is given. And goal number 5 for Saunders. Once again, Mohammed Lutfi came off his line, didn't get there, and the ball headed towards the back of the net. As you take a look at the replay, Lutfi came, he didn't get there, and it was headed into the back of the net. A heroic effort by the defender Nishan Jivanta to clear it off the line, but after a few moments of deliberation, referee Jafran deemed it to have crossed the line, and it's Saunders 5, Serendib 1, and what a game it has been for the men in yellow. Absolutely heroic performance. And there you go, full time here at the Sukata Dasa Stadium. Saunders 5, Serendib 1, and it's a tale of two completely different stories. Serendib came into this game undefeated. Saunders came into this game searching for their first victory, and in the end the team that was undefeated has tasted defeat. The team that was begging for the taste of victory has gotten their first victory, and in some fashion Saunders FC 5, Serendib 1, and in front of a very large home crowd for Saunders. A hat-trick by Sundaraj Niresh, a goal for Patum Gimhana, and then right at the end, the 5th goal added. And at the other end, it was just the lone man who scored, Asante Evans, who was missing for a large majority of the game, but showed up at the end to snatch one back. It's a long tournament. Serendib shouldn't let this affect them too much. A lot of lessons to take from it, of course, but plenty of games left. They need to come forward and keep fighting in the games ahead. As we will look at some of the highlights. As you see, the opening goal, Sundaraj Niresh, Lutfi. It was perfectly placed right into the corner, just out of reach for Mohammed Lutfi. And that's what's kick-started it all. Sundaraj Niresh on the double on that occasion. George and Lutfi really should have done better before it was Patum Gimhana to make it 3-0 to Saunders in the first 30 minutes itself, before Sundaraj Niresh in the second half, the goal coming through a free kick where Lutfi really should have done better. Then at the other end, finally some positive news for Serendib with a goal from Asante Evans, but then right at the end, another goal number 5 for Saunders, and it was number 20, Nalaka Kannangara, who made it Saunders 5, Serendib 1. And there you go, that's it. The first win for Saunders, first defeat for Serendib. Stay tuned. We have many more matches coming to you on Football Sri Lanka TV from the Champions League. From myself, Rahul Madurave, and the rest of the production team, that will be all for today. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.